Whatever is the matter, oh, grand exalted one? Are you blue, melancholy, depressed, upset, down in the proverbial dumps?
No, I'm just bored. I hate waiting around for stuff. When will the new digital downloader be ready so we can take over the rest of YouTube? It's been weeks and weeks.
It's in the final testing phases now, oh greatest of calamities.
Ugh, testing phases are boring. Let's just use it now. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, the downloader currently consumes so much power that it temporarily takes our shock troops offline. If used, such a strong power signature would make us detectable to our enemies.
How open to attack and detection?
Wide open, High Arbiter. Like the most open you can have. It would be like painting a sign on the outside of our fortress saying, Arbiter's Hideout, we're defenseless, please come kick our asses.
Oh, fine. Keep working on the stupid downloader then.
We will. Thankfully, we are receiving help in its construction from an unknown ally. An internet entity only known as Horned Anonymous has been sending us advice via electronic messaging.
We're receiving assistance from someone that isn't an arbiter?
Yes, but he wants to be an arbiter. This Horned Anonymous has applied for conversion. He really likes our style. And he seems to know a lot about downloader tech. With his help, we've shortened the upgrade time by months.
Oh, swell. But how do we know that he's cut from the same diabolical cloth as us?
Apparently, he has been feeding false hope to the citizens of Opinion-Ville via covert messages, leading them down blind paths and getting them to chase false promises.
Oh, how delightfully cruel. A willing convert, eh? We've never had one of those. Very well. But keep an eye on him. Well, now what am I going to do to entertain myself?
Well, how about you flex your tyrannical muscle over Opinion-Ville? Let them know who's boss. That always cheers you up.
Attention supplicants. Due to suspected dissident actions and because he's bored, and also because he says so, the High Arbiter has put in place a curfew. Anyone found on the streets after 4 p.m. will face a summary terminal reprimand. Effective immediately. That means right now. The time is 3:59, so flee. Flee for your miserable lives. Flee before the might of your overlords or perish. That is all, and have a pleasant evening.
Man, I hate it when the High Arbiter gets bored. Last time it was mandatory improvisational jazz dance. Now it's a curfew? I kind of like the jazz dance. I just wish we didn't have to do it at 3:30 in the morning. Well, how are we gonna get home now? We could try and sneak home through the sewers. Nope, I ain't going into the poop tunnels. I know that in every aspect I am a model of masculinity, but crap smell makes me barf. Can't do that. Shock troops have started to patrol down there too. Then it looks like we're gonna have to sleep here tonight. Here? Together? With you two? You'll prank me while I'm asleep or something. I ain't sleeping here with you two reprobates. We won't prank you. Yeah, you will. You'll wait till I'm asleep, and then you'll take out your dinglings, and you'll put them in my face and take pictures and put them on the internet. I promise you that the idea of my dingling being anywhere near your face makes me want to barf. Oh, so now I'm too ugly for your dingling, is that it? Your dingling's too good for the likes of me? Wait, now you want me to put my dingling in your face? Well, this should be fun. Like a sleepover when we were kids. Except with morons. My mom and dad never let me have sleepovers on account of my condition. What condition? Wait, I want to guess. Sleep peeing. How did you know? Did Mama and Papa tell you? I knew my parents would spill the beans. Oh, that's it. They're gonna get an extra molesty elder care home when the time comes. I was right. Man, I'm getting really good at reading your mind, Fundy. That upsets me a little. So you wet the bed. Big deal. Everybody did when they were little. I didn't wet the bed, I sleep-peed. What's the difference? It's like sleepwalking, except you get up out of bed while still asleep and pee. In the bathroom? Sometimes. Sometimes into the refrigerator. Sometimes onto the TV. And one time, on Gammy Yum Yum. Look, I don't want to talk about my damp childhood sleep disorders. I'm going home. No, you're not. Just go find a comfortable spot. Well, what are we gonna use for blankets? Do we got sleeping bags or blankets or something? No, but we do have a few boxes of Meet Jason's old fat clothes. I said I wanted a sleeping bag, not a tent. Get it? Tent. Because he was so fat. Hilarious. Look, it's all we got, so make do. Do we have anything to eat? Yeah, food. I'm hypoglycemic and hyperglycemic. If I don't get a decent dinner, I could, explode or something. We have a bag of powdered shrimp and a can of hamdingers. They stopped making hamdingers in the 1970s. Well, the can says they're still good until the year 2321. Well, what do we have to drink? A 3-gallon jug of Clamato juice. I'm going home. Stop it. You are going to go get one of Jason with a D's 4X shirts, snuggle in, and eat a delicious meal of powdered shrimp, antique canned hamdingers, and Clamato. I want to leave too. You're both staying. All right, let's hit the lights and get some sleep. In the morning, we can go home. I think my tongue committed suicide because of that meal. Let's not think about that ever again. I hope you guys are wearing rain suits to bed. Why? Do you still sleep, P? Only when I try to sleep in unfamiliar surroundings. That's why I'm banned from most hotel chains. Define unfamiliar. Anywhere that isn't my house, basically. So, let me get this straight. I missed the Daredevil premiere, I ate powdered shrimp, I'm using somebody's laundry for blankets, and to top it off, you might pee on me. Yup. Good night. Oh, cheer up. It's just for one night. Well, of course you'd say that. You don't mind being peed on. I think I share too much of my personal life with you. Oh, and another thing. I don't want to hear either one of you two jerking your gherkins once the lights are off. I'm looking at you, Gary. Well, look all you want. Can we all just go to sleep, please? Fine. Good night. Hey, what? Do you think this is what it's gonna be like after one of them apocalypses? Which apocalypse? I don't know, take your pick. You know, the kind where you gotta find shelter every night and live off what you can scavenge. So, like The Walking Dead? Yeah, like one of those worldwide financial collapse apocalypses that people post videos about on the internet. You know, where everybody except the doomsday preppers were all unprepared, no law, no society, just survival. Would we just wander the blasted American landscape, living in garages and sleeping in laundry? Nope. Well, how do you know, Gary? Let's say the whole financial system melts down and the government fails. It could get all Mad Max. Except in America, not in Australia. I've watched those worldwide fiscal meltdown videos, and I've come to one conclusion. Those people get off on the apocalypse. They love the idea that the whole system will collapse. No, they don't. They just think that the world will fall apart, and they're trying to open people's eyes. No, I think Gary's right. They want society to fall apart because they think that they'll be the new paradigm's winners. You know, the alphas or something. They think they've got what it takes to survive and thrive in the new wasteland. Well, who are you to say that they aren't? If one of these civilization-ending thingies happen, won't they be the most prepared? Maybe. But you can't be fully prepared for something you've never experienced. A lot of these guys have never missed a meal in their lives. They have no idea what real starvation does to you mentally or physically. What dehydration is like. They talk all badass about stuff that they have never endured. Then where would you get your advice from?
Well, if I wanted advice from someone who knows how to survive in a hostile world, I wouldn't get it from some fat American who has no first-hand experience. I'd go to the third world. The poor people in third world countries really know how to survive on next to nothing. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take advice on how to deal with survival from somebody who has slept with a full stomach in their own bed their whole life.
So what are you saying? If society collapses, then the alphas are going to be the super poor of the third world?
Yeah, and probably the homeless.
Nope, I don't buy it. Those doomsday preppers, they got shelters with food and water and guns and DVD players. They'll just hunker down and survive.
Or after a few months of being alone and trapped with a few others in a dark, claustrophobic cement hole with no sunlight, they'll go nuts and just kill themselves. Lots of these people claim to be able to take the hardship, loneliness, and deprivation that living in a bunker would entail, but in reality they won't know until they do it.
Some do it. They go and live in their bunkers all the time.
There is a big difference between spending the weekend in your post-apocalypse play fort and having to live there 24/7 with no way of knowing you'll ever be able to leave.
Oh, so they should do nothing, right? When the zombies or UFOs or FEMAs or ACLUs attack, they should have no plan?
For that shit? No. For real emergencies like natural disasters? Yeah.
All I'm saying is that if we had been prepared for the digital arbiters of the internet, things would be a lot different, and I wouldn't be sleeping in dirty clothes in a cluttered, cold garage with you jerks.
How in the name of fuck could we have prepared for the arbiters? Seriously. How do you prepare for an invasion of internet monsters? There's no manual or YouTube channel for it.
Well, you could take a manual for surviving a zombie outbreak and replace the word zombie with the word arbiter.
The point is you can prepare and prepare and prepare for anything. Read manuals and how-to guides and gather all of the stuff you need or whatever. But until you actually experience it, you have no idea what it is really gonna be like. Yeah. Just like sex.
Why?
You know, you spend years thinking about what sex with another person is gonna be like. You read books and stuff, but it's never like you thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, all awkward and clumsy, and then begging the other guy to promise not to tell anybody at school or you'll both get expelled. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my Raoul.
I miss Sass. I'm good. I just realized something. We're in Meet Jason's garage.
You just now realized that? Man, you are dumber than a sack of rubber monkeys, you know that?
Why are we sleeping on the dirty floor of a garage when there is a perfectly good house attached to it with heats and beds and stuff? Because we're dumber than a bag of rubber monkeys?
I call the master bedroom.
Hello, my super soldiers. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2015, and it's ASPCA Day, National Farm Animals Day, National Sibling Day, Salvation Army Founders Day, and Safety Pin Day. Famous dead dudes and dudettes who are celebrating their birthday today are wrestler slash manager Paul Bearer, baseball player slash basketball player slash actor Chuck Connors, actor slash everybody's cranky grandpa Harry Morgan, and knife dude slash Alamo loser Jim Bowie. And now on to your questions. First up, forever come crashing ass, intimate question for Vermont. You look like you'd be fun to drink with. Name your poison. Poison is a real touchy subject for a rat, but I get what you're saying. I have refined tastes, so I only like quality hooch. A freshly brewed Mad Dog 2020, some Silver Wolf vodka, Listerine, original, not that mint crap. Some Sundays, a nicely aged antifreeze. You know, real ritzy-titsy kind of stuff. Schizophrenic queen ass, intimate question for Fundy Monster. Why would you have an orange beard if your eyebrows are blue? What beard? I never had a beard. Last week never happened. Ansel the Lambert ass, intimate question for Felt Jason. As an owner of facial hair, how awesome is beardiness on a scale of 10 to incredible? It varies. In the morning when it's all puffed up and crunchy, it's like a 3. When it's all wet from soup, it's like a 2. But when it's being stroked by your best lady, I really miss my girlfriend. Microbloganism asks, intimate question for Vermont. How do you pick questions for the intimate questions section? Me, Jason, wouldn't tell us, but I bet you will. I'll give you $10 cash if you do. I use the same system that old Meat and Bones used, but unlike that knuckle butt, I can be bought. $10 is a good start, but I see in the comments section that it escalated to $10, €5, and a jar of peanut butter. Keep offering me stuff and maybe we can negotiate terms. Axel Lecrow asks, intimate question for anyone. What do you think of Kill la Kill? I watched a cartoon and there was a lot of yelling and like a girl with a really short skirt and she was going to this school thingy and there was fighting and more yelling and I got all confused and then I just kind of stared at my feet for a while. This show is great, I guess. Okay, that's it. Remember, if you have questions you want to post to our Underground Rebellion, put them down below in the comments section. Until next time, my Chipotle hummus dips, this has been Vermont, and I don't give a rat's ass. I am never getting tired of saying that. Hey everybody, it's me, Oswald, and I'm going to shout your name out with the help of my bestest buddy and magic name frame named Name Frame. Hey Framey, guess what?
What?
There is something new about me. Have you noticed?
Nope.
Come on, look really hard.
I did. What's new?
I'm gay now.
What?
No time, shout outs, go.
Say so, cat.
Aww, you are the prettiest, most adorable kitty ever in the whole world, and I would hug you and hug you and hug you and hug you if the police hadn't told me I'm not allowed to hug kittens no more. It seems I can love a little too hard.
Cash 2DX.
Is you a robot from Star Wars? Are you one of them walking around kind of robots or the roll around kind of trash can kind of robots, or maybe one of those scary murder robot kinds with the boop boops and the beep beeps?
Thomas Edson.
Oh, you're just one letter away from being a super famous inventor, Thomas. That sucks.
Crying Freeman.
Why's you crying, Freeman? Did somebody take your lunch monies? Well, I have a zero tolerance thingy for bullies, so you can tell old Unky Oswald who they are, and I will make with the thunder punches.
The Plague Doctor.
I wonder if I have the plague. How do you get the plague even? Can you get it from sitting on a dirty toilet seat? What about eating a dirty toilet seat? Are toilet seats involved in any way? 'Cause if they are, I might have a problem. Okay, that's it.
Okay, Oswald, what did you mean you're gay?
Some preacher dude on the TV says that you can just decide to be gay, and so I just decided to be gay.
It doesn't work that way, Oswald.
Are you sure?
Yes, being gay isn't a decision. I didn't decide to be gay, I just was.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Why did you want to be gay anyway?
'Cause I wanted to be more like my bestest friend.
That's very sweet, Oswald.
I also wanted all the money you guys get.
What money?
Oh, you know, gay for pay.
Oh, Trudeau here with even more suggestions for what you could have done instead of watching YouTube. Morrigan Ravenwolf says instead of watching hipster puppets debating neckbeards, I could have been filing divorce papers and finally putting an end to this abusive, unhappy marriage. Then again, 15 more minutes of disassociation probably won't make much difference. Carry on, my felted friends. Oh, well, a soon-to-be single, eh? Well, when you're free, how's about you and me go get a drink or something? And by something, I mean a Call of Duty marathon. And by drink, I mean cocoa. I have a sensitive stomach. Jacob says, instead of watching this show, I could have gotten Dunderhead to build me a machine that will transport me into the universe of A Song of Ice and Fire so that I may serve Queen Daenerys. All hail Daenerys, Stormborn of the House Targaryen, the first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of Meereen, Queen of Andals, and the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons. You know, I really liked A Song of Ice and Fire until just this moment when I realized just how nerdy it is. Horned Anonymous says, German, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Thai times 3. What the hell is that supposed to mean? This is the segment where you're supposed to suggest things, not just ramble languages off. I'm not entirely certain how you keep getting selected for this segment, Horned Anonymous, or what you're trying to say, and I don't care. You start falling in line with the format or I will kill you. Sorry. German, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Thai times 3? Does that mean anything to you? Is it some kind of language math?